So I found out that I was pregnant and not in a relationship. For me, it was a little bit of joy and excitement in knowing that I was pregnant. At the same time, though, I was very afraid. It was really just going to cause a lot of issues back then is how I felt. I reached out to one of my best friends because about 10 years ago she had an abortion. So abortion it never crossed my mind ever in my whole entire life up until this point. But at the same time, I was still very excited and to know that I was carrying a child. I wanted my baby very much. I had moments where I felt like I could do this on my own. It could also bring a lot of other things that I probably didn't feel like I was ready for, prepared for. So I made an appointment in Dallas, and at that time I was 4 weeks pregnant. And the doctor came in and played it up like it was really no big deal. And I couldn't even grasp all of the side effects because she was going so fast, talking so fast through the side effects that it felt like she was in there 1 minute and then out of the room the next minute. And I was just even more confused at that point. And I cried. I cried because I knew what I was going to do should I decide to follow through with this. I didn't have the money to go through with this, but my friend told me, if you get there, I can PayPal you the money and it can be in your account. But fear was so overwhelming at that point in my life. It completely overwhelmed me. And I felt like that I could do this. Nobody would ever know about it. It's a secret that I can keep, and I can go on living my life, and nobody would ever know that this ever happened. And that was a complete lie. I got there, and they treat you like you are just another number. I felt like had someone even asked just one question, are you sure that you want to do this? I would have completely just turned around and walked away. And you just sit there in a waiting room. It's very quiet, it's very cold, and it's just not the friendliest of places to be. I remember taking that pill and sitting there and thinking, this is not what I really and truly want to do. On the way home, I drove the entire time and cried the entire time because I knew what I was doing, but I was so scared because I didn't know who I could turn to for help. I got home that night or that afternoon, and later on that night, I just continued to feel so horrible for what I did because I thought I had already killed my baby. And I started Googling things of what I could do to stop the process. I called Planned Parenthood Saturday morning, and I told them that I had taken progesterone because I wanted to reverse it. And the lady kind of laughed on the phone, and she said, that's not going to do anything to save your baby. She said, so you need to go ahead and complete the process and continue to take the other 2 pills that we sent you home with. So I did. The process was it was painful, and it is something that I never want anybody else to ever experience. And I've always thought that it doesn't matter how old your child is when you lose them. It still hurts to lose someone. It got to a point to where I felt like I needed to talk to somebody. I started to search on the internet, and that's whenever I found CARE. And I will never forget the first time that I ever called CARE. And God is such an amazing God because He knew that I needed to speak with someone, because as soon as I hung up with Gail, she called me right back. I can't imagine someone holding on to something like this for so many years and not reaching out to someone to talk to or to know that there are resources out there that can help. So for anyone who is ever considering having an abortion, no matter what situation that they are in, I highly recommend that they look into reaching out to someone, whether it be a close friend, a family member, or even someone professionally. You may think that nobody knows how you feel, nobody knows what you're going through, but I guarantee you that there is somebody out there that has been through what you're going through. The recovery weekend was truly amazing. It is something that I am so grateful and thankful to have gone through. I don't think that I would have been able to really live had I not gone through this weekend recovery